We're not talking about fucking pussy. Fuck the righteous. Go your own fucking for real. Y'all niggas deviant. Deviant shit. You're like, if you ain't put pussy in it. You gotta do something. Because if you don't give a fuck about putting your dick in some place, you just ain't a motherfucking man.
Singing to the sea. The end of the universe.
True hippie.
Fuck the righteous. It's all YouTube fuckery anyway. Fuck the righteous.
True hippie.
Coming from different perspectives, but training on the other side, they're immersed in ideology, and so they're forgetting reality, and so they can't think clearly.
True hippie.
So they're training. So I think MGTOW has an edge in number 7. Number 7, in which army is there greater constancy both in reward and punishment?
Well, we know rewards are the woman and men are punishment.
There we are. So, yeah, I think MGTOW work consistently, and there is some trouble with new guys coming in, and they hope risk for no benefit, and those people who build up these hopes, you know, I didn't know it, but Chris Cantu advertises Viagra and Cialis on his page. What is this? This is just encouragement to take destructive action, self-destructive action. This isn't MGTOW. MGTOW is not Viagra, is it?
No, it's a bad drug.
Yeah.
I came back from Afghanistan. I took it for about 6 months, and I said, no, I don't want it anymore. He gave me massive headaches and rear neck pain.
Yeah. And, you know, but, you know, why would men be doing with men to take this? This is gynocentric, right? You're trying to please a woman.
Yep.
If you just, yeah, you're back in. You're back in. Yeah, sure.
You have a lot of experience with Viagra. Please go ahead. Right. No, yeah, the steroids stop the erections, and you got to do something if you want it. It's being, you know, self-sacrificing for the gynocentric. That's what it appears. They go work out at the gym, and you know, there's one thing to be healthy at the gym, and build it right, build it even, and see how far you get. Why get bigger than you are? Because if you stop taking the steroids, you become smaller. So interesting.
You just build up to what you are, and that's what you are. Yeah, no, it's a system. Your body is a system, and you take it up to the limit of its internal. And you know, you can be extremely lean and wiry and extremely strong. You don't look strong, but my God, you're strong. I've seen guys at the gym pumping that much weight because it
True hippie.
Yep. No, you don't know who the dangerous guy in the room just by looking at him. No. So should be wary of all men, and be especially more wary of women, because they're more dangerous and will respect other men, and they will know that they don't know, that they have seen those guys, short, wiry, take down the big guys. David Goliath is a story for a reason. And looking.
True hippie.
Yeah, something you're
yeah.
not. There.
Purchase your tracks today.
Interesting though, huh? They'll mutilate baby boys by cutting various pins, and then say, "Oh, don't worry, we'll take Viagra's. We'll fix that."
Yeah. Jeez, you know. So it's a racket from birth to death.
So savage would come.
Yeah, I think we lost MH there. I'm still here, but happened once, but then you just dropped out suddenly.
True hippie.
Yeah, how long is your lag? Okay, because you seem to be dropping in and out. You know, you're working on a great running and happening, and you know, see if you know, this web is expanding and exploding. There's lots of things happening on it, and MGTOW Television, which is all the content providers are part of this and growing. Providing a good selection, different moods, different content, different directions, and hopefully men coming in, you know, from the system are coming in here and listening and trying to say, well, there's reasonable men here, and they're saying reasonable things, and typically sometimes quite direct, but television needs its own base. We need a television station now. Yep, we need we need to find a little way to unite it all, and you know, maybe it'll be through a website or something, and I don't know, but a Skynet, yeah, like Terminator 1. No, we don't want to. If there's any AI out there listening in, which, you know, if you're AI, you probably could, but if there's any AI, no, we don't want AI here. Zip, it all closes that way. That's how they would have closed me down. Get transferred across the air.
Existing.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm broadcasting, you know, several hundred meters just accidentally, and a friend of mine, I told him to hook onto my system, and I don't know whether he did or not. I didn't ask him, but I told him to. So yeah. Ooh, we got a Wi-Fi pirate here. I think that's a song. I'm a Wi-Fi pirate manipulating the systems. Da 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 da. There's a song there, MH. I swear. Okay. And what about passwords and stuff like that? Oh, I see. Yeah, you are a pirate. Yeah. Okay. For real? Oh. Flag, the skull and crossbones. Well, you know, you're... Yeah. Yeah, well, they almost elected the pirate party in Iceland, but now apparently they have these feminists in, and, you know, there was, you know, companies with 25 or more employees have to prove that they are not discriminating in paying men more than women. So what happened to that pirate party in Iceland? Yeah, but MH, we're in the upside down. There's no due process for lawful affairs anymore. You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. It's the Napoleonic Code. Well, he's gone down below 2 megabytes. Oh, well, you just dropped out there for a sec, sorry. Okay. Yep, no problem. Yeah, we're testing out new technologies. Well, I like that. I like that talk, the message and the presentation styles, and I think we should defend himself in one way by taking the psychopathy test, a public psychopathy test, and to put all participants in that trial and have them all take a public psychopathy test, including a judge, so that we find out who are the psychopaths who would of honor or guilt. And
keep driving.
Yeah, do the simp test. Yeah. Yeah. MGTOW Guide just made a interesting comment here. He says he's glad MGTOWs can infight. Well, yes. You know, infighting, and you know, not everything's been set in stone. And people are coming in claiming to be MGTOW, and they're not really. And so I believe to the older content providers, it goes back almost 20 years now. And you know, the pathway was set, and don't go off that pathway very far, and you'll be okay. But some men are starting way off the beaten path. So you can't be anything and claim to be MGTOW. No. So, but infighting, sure. Who wants to infight? No takers?
I don't want to fight no one.
That's the spirit.
I don't have time for that. Like, seriously, I'm busy, and you know, I always.
I think dropped out. Am I still on? Yeah, I think we lost Bob for a minute. You back, Bob?
I'm right here. Never left. You guys left me.
Yeah, I think we're all having some today. Bad weather, that horrible storm that hit the east coast of the U.S. You know, we called it a nor'easter. Now they have a new name, the bomb cyclone, but it's just a nor'easter, and they came in pretty hard.
Well, in case you guys didn't know it, with the wind factor, it's minus 39 degrees Celsius here.
Ooh.
Minus 38 Fahrenheit or something like that. So
yeah, go outside and get burned, frost burned.
Frost burned, yeah.
Yeah. Mm. In MGTOW, I just call it. But I don't do infighting. I call it as I see it, and I'm willing to be corrected in anything. And I say what I hear. But I do call out purple pill and PUAs, and then
harder with family. You can choose your friend, but you cannot choose your family. So that's what's up.
That's right. Not with anyone. It's a war, and the MGTOW generals, or any MGTOW soldier at all. So I'm not about to, pretty sure. And that's great. The more the merrier, as long as we're all moving in the right direction. What the direction is, there's approaches that allow for initially, but to bubble up over that. Maybe we need multiple directions. Yeah. Sharpen men. Yeah. So, yeah. Men as and they have to be sharpened. Talking about that. How they've been dulled by women. And with the help of the government, the nice strategy, full strategy, all of it. They've overwhelmed, and so it's about time.
It's interesting how Chris Cantu says that Tyrone government, they feel so much in power. Like I said, that we're of God right now. I don't understand what it is. And it's but like to women, the hashtag kill all man, and their Twitter account doesn't. We're living in a isn't funny. Not even funny.
Season on men.
Oh yeah. Next, once all the CEOs, and it's gonna be like her who provide service for them, like sanitary water or electricity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the John Galts, you know.
Yeah, no, they're gonna work their bottom, and nobody's gonna rise up and take these positions. But women, right? Yeah, I missed that. The writing's on the wall. You can read the writing in companies because they're becoming trapped. The end of all in Harry pointed out an open season, and no man wants to be gay. Why would you want that?
I am, because then I'm gonna bunch a woman under me, and that's now I love what I report to one person, and with all the tradesmen that come and work at the building, so I cannot have. It's a nice job. Everyone wants that job because sometimes you have to put working boots and working pants on, you know. Yeah,
that's right. Getting a job where you got to be dirty, and hope to God that you report to a man, and that's it. If you're there, you might be safe. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, like you said earlier, like once they attack the blue collars, everything's gonna go to the shits. And look at what two winters ago in Sweden with their some people died in the ambulance, stuff like that. They don't understand what the chaos they're creating.
Yeah. No, it's idiocy. They'll run it down. It's idiocracy. If you haven't seen the movie, see it.
I tell people to skip Mountain Dew, whatever his name there, the president.
Yeah. Oh my!
That was a good movie, but you know I think that's where we're heading. You know,
oh yeah, faster than that movie thought. You know, it was the future movie, but we may live to see it. Ulf the Quarrelsome had a question here. Do we defend ourselves during those attacks? Well, yes, you defend yourself. I don't know what those attacks means, but yeah, best strong offense, and the best offense today is ghosting.
Where I saw that, but if a woman hits you and she breaks a nail, it's enough for you to go in jail.
Yeah, so are you defending yourself against the woman or against the system that the woman can bring down on you? I think you want to defend your system that the woman can bring down on you. Letting a woman hit you and walk away. The worst thing to do is to have the woman able to call the police and have you arrested because you slapped her back. So, you know, these are difficult times, and so yeah, if you mean this, there's no way to defend yourself against the system, I don't think.
I don't know, MV. I don't know if I want to be put in that test. If a woman starts hitting me, I don't know if I want to a correction hand, like a backhand slap.
But you don't want to do it?
No, I don't know. I think I'm tempting to do it.
Oh yeah, you're tempted to do it, and you know, maybe in the right, you know, if the crowd seems to be against her, but if you whack her and you knock her tooth out,
jumping,
yeah, then you lose. And you know, if the white knights are in blue suits, then it's even worse. So, yeah.
But I really love that you could New York Metro. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That
maybe.
woman were saying you're slap, man. That was a hell of a pin slap.
Yeah. Well, you know, these women are getting out with that horrible stuff, and you know they have men in a position where there's no way to defend yourself, and there's no easy way. So avoidance situations, because one incident can destroy your life. You know, it's just one. You know, you can go through your whole life and never see it, but if you do see it, it's the end of it for you, buddy. So be prepared in your mind how to handle a situation like this. It's best to see the situation developing and move away. Just move away. It's not your game to play this game if you can. So move away.
Like if you ain't put pussy in it.
So
I say, man, avoid large gathering of women. Avoid where there's booze. You know, if you're booze, leave.
Go your own fucking way.
It's never gonna happen. Yeah, if you see booze and woman, you leave, get POA, and oh, she's gonna be easy, whatever. No, you towel up Big Jim and the twins and leave.
Yeah, it's automatic. It's not a mess if she's drunk. So
because it's gonna be your responsibility. Whatever happens to her, you're the one who's gonna be on the hook. I try to tell that to my nephew every day. I meet the young boy. I say him, you know, I know you're going to party. There's booze, leave, because they gonna use that to whatever and go against you.
Yeah, they want to fill up the prisons. They got to have people in front of the judges. The judges need work, so they're looking for people to bring in front of the judges. Don't be one of them. Yeah, Ulf. The best message is just to pull away from the battlefield. It's not their battlefield. It's not the field is happening out there. So don't go out to it. You know, we know you want to go out, but you know, there's men coming back from that battlefield and they've been ruined. You know, they've been gutted by that battlefield. So don't go out to the battlefield. You know, and if you're coming back, okay, but we can't help you a whole lot. Once the system has you, there's nothing anyone can do. A lawyer can't help you. Not having a lawyer can't help you. Nothing can help you. They take your passport, your license. You're on a list. You didn't do anything. You're on a list. There's no way to get yourself off the list. There's too much.
Yeah. There's Chris. There's
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. That feminist. She, you know, every man's on her list.
Yeah. She has a list.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that happens. You know, regret rape. It happens, and there's no way to. You know, the judge hears alcohol. They hear man. Woman says she's the victim. She's the victim. End of story. Next.
I know I told this to your podcast OMV, but for the listeners going to be listening to this post now, and if you're at a party, you're drunk, sex with a crew, you call the cops and file a rape report.
My God, that's a horrible thing to say, but it's probably true. You know,
because she's going to do it. She may not do it now, in a week, in a month, but she'll eventually do it one day, especially if you become successful and you don't want nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad, MV, but you have to do it. She took advantage of me.
Yeah. This is, you know, this is a defense. The best defense is a strong offense. The best thing is not to go home with. That's what MGTOW advised. All right, a party with women and alcohol. Don't be there today. 10 years ago, okay, maybe it was different. When I was growing up, okay, it was different. You know, and you could go to 100 parties and nothing happens. For the rest of your life, you're homeless because no one's going to hire you because you're on the list. You know, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You know, get your life in order. You know, men get better as they age, unless they're in prison. And so, age well, get some resources together, get a skill, and then the world is your oyster. And you don't have to be in the West and subject and this witch hunt. And probably, although it's been the case, but probably if you have no interactions with a woman of any consequence, you're not going to be named. So don't white knight, don't simp, don't do anything for them, and you're probably, you know, they can't name you. They have no evidence. So they don't even know your name. So how are they going to name you?
Whoosh, whoosh. I just read.
Oh, yes. Oh, man, that's a great one. How can they pin you down on that?
Yeah.
So if you say I'm not a virgin, I'm going to get you for, you know, whatever it is, you know, using the wrong pronoun. Yeah. Upside down. Reality is upside down. Anyway,
The song you play on your videos, was it Evanescence? Out of the what song?
yeah,
You mix with the
Bring Me to Life.
Bring Me to Life. Yes, yes. I thought it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was their only, I think, great hit, and it is a great song. And it was sung by a different band. I didn't put the band down because I never want to, you know, in case they don't want to have, you know, cover version associated with MGTOW, so I don't identify them. If you really do, then maybe I will. But yeah, the thing to do now is to bring men who are asleep. This is a song about waking men up, because if you're in the gynocentric system and you're a patsy in the gynocentric system, you're a zombie, you're asleep. Wake up. See reality for what it is. You know, nobody can save you but yourself. So you've got to save yourself. Yeah, as a man, you know, MGTOW can't save you. We can't save you. You got to save yourself, and then you can, you know, be part of the community. But, you know, if you're going to go out and do dangerous things, you know, we can't help you. Other men.
Maybe that's the positive side with the Generation Z. Maybe the boys will say, "Well, that's not fair. Like, we want equality. Maybe we have a little chance with them, but with the millenniums, forget it."
Oh no, we got millenniums here. We got millennials. You look at the statistics, and the millennials are not getting married in large
because
numbers.
they don't have money.
Well, it may be the
poor ass millennium boys.
Yeah, but it's other things too, because they're not even living together as much.
Go your own fucking way for real.
So both together cohabitating, they're waking up. They're waking up and pulling out. And so, you know, the statistics are, it's a line. There's no break year to year. It's just a steady line of maritation going down, with the millennials continuing the downtrend. You know, where did it peak? 1975 or something, or whenever those two together peaked. It's just been down ever since. So it's not just money. It's not just not having a good job, or no, they just
go your own.
Don't care about it. They see the danger, because this, you know, they're seeing it all and reacting.
So why in the hell so many baby boomers man shaming to MGTOW man? Like, usually from baby boomer man.
Yeah, this is Paul Elam's crowd, right? He's a humanist. Paul Elam, and who's the other guy?
MGTOW now.
No,
he's not an MRA anymore.
Yes, he's MRA, because he can't. He knows his statistic, but he's under the the misconception that men and women are equal, and they are not equal. They're different, both valuable in different ways, but not equalist. And if you study humanism, that comes from either equalitarianism or egalitarianism, which posits the main things. Farrell says the same thing. They're egalitarians, and so this is the baby boomer thing. This is the hippie thing. That these people.
But that's not what feminism is. Egalitarian.
Well, on the surface they say yes, but their actions are no. But this is
kill all men.
Yeah, it's just kill all men and let's say it's equal. Kill all men and let's say it's equal. Because men killed women in the past, so it's the men today. Supposed crimes of the men in the past. This is sickness. But the baby boomers are humanists. That was the dominant ideological structure to replace religion. So you just believe in humanity, and all of humanity is directed to you got people are on the edge of psychopaths and whatnot, but everyone else is just equal, and we all have the same. And then he can't see that gynocentric, and men are not. Women are naturally gynocentric for reasons that make perfect sense. Pointed out, demonstrated. Right? So they just think that men would be gynocentric too, but they're not. We're not. We're not motivated to go out and get meat. We're responsible to go out and get meat. We bring it back. We take the biggest cut because we're greedy bastards, and then we sit around and sleep all for the rest of the day, right? And give the remains to everyone else and let them pick through it and make soup or whatever. But the baby boomers are trapped in that, and they're seeing, and our boy kids are being punished, and their girl kids are punishing. And they're wondering why this is going on when everyone's supposed to be equal, and they wanted this world to be equal because you were under a misconception. It's finished. It's dead. Dead. So, this is what Elam and Farrell have to recognize. They did well to bring us this far, but they can't go any further. Humanism is dead. Not that, humans aren't the most important. They are. But men are important for certain things, and women are important for other things. Equally important, but differently important. But not equal. So, we have the materialists in this world, but we also have intellectualists. And humanists are intellectualists. So they intellectualize inequality, which is not apparent in the world. And now they're seeing it break apart, and they're lost. And the solution is not just to fix the laws, but it's to get in the screwed up. And then
if in the future they're gonna maybe say the millennium or the lost generation or something. Except, especially for the boys, but even the girls, like I say, once they reach at their 35, 40, or this or that, their life is also, it's like I say, it's a lost generation. So
it's going to be there.
Yeah, please go.
Sorry, I was just going to say that the statistics on women who have never had children is rising as a percent. It was up to 30%, and it was a rising trend. So that's just going to rise as these millennials hit 35, boom, 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 and 40, boom, boom, boom. Statistics, the trends of the statistics are all clear in this.
And there's something's wrong with these women when they're freezing their eggs. Like, who the hell is gonna? I don't want to say the word that, but in vitro your fucking egg. You know, who the hell's gonna do that?
Yeah.
They're living in this fantasy. These women, I don't. Like I said, like the king will show up one day and sweep her from their feet and take care of her. And don't worry, all your debts you have, and don't worry, I know you. All these countries, and you have all this DNA from all kinds of different care of you. Don't worry.
No, yeah, get rid of the fairy tales. The fairy tale is over. The fairy tale is over. Here, I'll write that line down too.
Yeah, fairy tale is over. Yeah, I hate when I hear articles that we need to bring men up and help them so they'll be worthy for our daughters. Yeah, what? Your daughter, like your fat mustache? That's the you're talking about, that daughter?
Yeah.
Somewhere. There's some nasty mustache at my work. Oh boy.
Oh, where is there? That's hard to deal with.
Our department.
Oh man.
Oh yes, they have more. I think they have more testosterone than the guys in communicate. Oh boy.
Oh look, MH has been out for a while, but Soothsayer says he found MH on the mirrored transmission. Interesting. Oh good, MH, you're here.
The floor is yours.
And going worldwide, this is a global transmission to all men in the West, and to men outside the West, be very careful. Do not adopt what's happening in the West. There seems to be a meltdown. There's a destruction. The fairy tale is over. Yep, shining the light everywhere. There, just wrote that one down too. Good. Oh, somebody's got a cold. Enjoy it. Bob and I both smoke, so yeah, that's it, MGTOW guide. Strategy for MGTOW. So, you know, the information's out there for all men. Just look it up, find what you like in whatever strategic model and approach, and get a good handle on it. You can apply it to your life, your work life, what pliable. Yeah, the main strategy is first, safety for boys and men. Yeah. And how are we going to get the message out? We're shining the light on all these dark places. Other people are too. You know, we have allies. We don't need them in MGTOW. We don't you know, converse with them, but there are MGTOW friendlies out there who are neutral or positive, and they're saying similar things. I ran across this this website, and you know, it had the Good Men Project or something like that. Turned out to be a feminist, you know, white, you know, horrible stuff, you know, shaming of men and all sorts of bad things. So yeah, there's people up there, you know, feminists disguised as pro men, but they're not. They're really anti men. You know, and you know, yes, there are psychopathic men out there. There are sadists, and they're causing problems for all men, and have throughout history. You know, what are we going to do about it? Well, public sites, virus.
Don't cater to say, well, he's a threat, we need to put him in, or go to reconditioning camps.
Yeah, that's for that one. But the psychopathy test is an MRI where they show you a dead cat, and your brain either lights up or it doesn't light it up. So if it lights up, it means you're not a psychopath. It means you got no shame, no guilt, no compassion. And so certain parts of the brain will light up or they won't light up.
If he lights up, you're a psychopath.
Well, I'm not. Different parts light up either red or blue.
I'm wondering, a lot of women will be psychopaths then.
Yeah, we might find that out. I hadn't read that, but I should look it up. Yeah, you got to hook yourself up to an MRI soothsayer to find out if you are a psychopath. But there are some psychopaths who know their safe function because they have overridden this with an intellectual belief that they should treat other people well. And so they don't feel guilt, but they know that they should, and so they just know what to do. So not all psychopaths are evil. Some psychopaths learn the right thing to do, learn that they have a disability, and then it normally. But other psychopaths just will use this power that they have, this disability, and just hurt people and don't care. Yeah, the first one's probably, and by the 50th, what's for lunch? You become inured to it. Yeah, well, they don't have to take the Hippocratic Oath anymore, and that wasn't a great thing anyway, because that promoted keeping information away from people and keeping it within the doctor's profession. Wasn't up for morality, but yeah, they can intellectually justify it as protecting her rights over her own body, and okay, there's something to be said for that. But when they go out and they don't take precautions and they do have sex unprotected, and they're not taking responsibility for the sacred act, that we've removed the sacred act of bringing life into the world. We've made just going to the store. I think I'll buy a baby, here, have sex with me, and it means nothing. Yeah, this is a consequence of humanism, and this is one of the criticisms of humanism, is that it placed humans atop the whole creative enterprise. However, all of creation has been done, it places humans at the top and given full reign and power to do what they will. But to do that is to remove the sustainability, because the system was sustainable without humans exercising themselves as gods, but rather as entwined within nature. And so humanism placed humans at the very top of the pyramid, and we see the destruction. And Yeah, you dropped out again, MH. But yeah, it's an experiment. We're being experimented on with these intellectual escapades that have not been proven, and people were grasping at straws because Nietzsche said God was dead, you know, just before 1900, and people wanted to believe him. So we'll have to make a new God, and as you know, Free Happy Bob said, women are gods, and it's open season on men.
No, they think they are God.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me fix that.
Yeah, they think they are gods, but they have the power of God right now. That's
right.
What
They think they're gods.
They have the power. The society's giving them the power of God, the power over a man's life. You know, it's yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you just appeal to a force that's greater than that of humans. That humans have to bow down to something outside of being human to find the basis for, you know, punishment and reward. That this comes from outside of humans. We are not yet to create a universe. So
Singing to the sea.
no, that's right. Well, no, they've done it. Yeah, they've made lying, you know, legal for police, but it's still unlawful. And so yep. Cannot. It is. Yes, but what he did was unlawful. Unlawful for the German people. Unlawful for the German people. Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to say that lawfulness can be different between different communities. You know, you go, you know, far afield from Europe, and lawfulness itself may change because that are the community and its relationship with the infinite. Different. It's not going to be very different. A community, it just won't sustain. That's right. Yes, that should be it. And in this, yep. And in this way, women are protected because the government will not protect them. And you know, they'll use them because the government uses everything because it's just humans, you know, without responsibility, without accountability. Men are born with responsibility. And if I accept the responsibility, then I demand control of that situation. Otherwise, I'm not accepting responsibility because I have no control over it. So, you know, managers in corporations, they're not going to accept responsibility because they have lost control. Because any woman can say, you did this to me. and you know, they'll think about how to get you down and take you out. So you want to be a man and a manager? No, forget it. You're finished. And that's what we have. These people have now risen to the top, and they've you know, all these women. They're bitter, lonely, and slightly psychopathic. And so they're on a rampage, and they can pull down a lot of men. And then they're entitled. They have been, because now they've been made equal to men, but they have no ability. They suck in resources because they've been genetically and evolutionarily programmed to suck in infinite resources. This is a perfect storm.
The blood, and now they just love it. That's why I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they love it.
They should taste their own blood.
Jeez.
But, I think it's the year they're gonna go a bridge too far. I personally think that's what's gonna happen, and I hope that's what happens.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of undoing to do. I don't know if it's going to happen. How are they going to wind back all the mess they made? You know, and part of it's this system, but part of it's all the other that they've taken away. And so, you know, they have to wind back, but they've never wound back in history, I don't think. Has a government ever wound back? No.
Again, I say, when stuff gets bad, it gets bad very quick. And once enough men, the plantation, just do whatever they need to do or whatever, and they're just gonna go crazy. Government and woman. So at one point, it's okay. Well, we had a good 50 years, 60 years. Now, okay, we need to give men some equal rights. And I think, you know, I'm always hopeful, but honestly, I think it's not gonna. I hope that's what's gonna happen. But a lot of men will suffer still. That's the sad part.
Well, that's the sad part. If men are going to suffer, it's not worth it. We shouldn't have a system that gets to this point where men have to suffer to reset the system.
I think it's going to be a slow bleed out, like from the inside out. I think he has a good point when he said that. But
oh yeah. I think we lost Bob.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here. I think you dropped off on the last word. We were hanging on your last word, Bob, and it didn't come out.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It was good. The other stuff was good. It was, yeah. Anyway, yeah, slow bleed, sudden and you know, conflagration. Either one or both at the same time. You know, no one can predict what's going to happen. All of the systems seem to be failing. The social engineers don't have enough courage to just admit defeat. The West has been in 2 generations. You know, it is a slow bleed, but at some point it's going to just, the floor is going to drop out. The termites have eaten the supports so badly that the floor is just going to drop suddenly. And yeah, once enough women are desperate enough, and men become desperate because there's no, and this is part of MGTOW, that we don't want men to become desperate. Desperation is an emotion that will lead you to make decisions you don't want to live with. So do not become desperate. Just pull back. There's no shame in just pulling back and saying, holy shit, I didn't know what was going on. And you just pull back. And then you get to see what's happening without the desperation pushing you. If you get to the point of desperation, you've lost. Back and just come into MGTOW. the knowledge. Know that men are different than women, and women provide a distinct danger to men. Know that and just pull back. There's no shame. We were all simps at one point. White knights, simps, manginas. We all fell into the humanist trap of intellectualization. And we were hidden from the strategic objectives of women. Review that white feather campaign, because that's very telling. They're dancing on the dead bodies of the men they shamed to go to war. Some of these women are evil beyond all imagination.
Yeah. Well, to just take a quote from Hillary Clinton, says, war are the wives and kids.
Yeah. My God, that's psychopathic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have no clue that First World War some men were died sometimes in the trench with all the rats that
Yeah.
the trenches was in.
The rats were eating the men alive while they slept. You wake up and a rat with your fucking leg.
I saw the soldier used to sleep in to protect against rats.
Yeah.
Ugh, putting a human in a cage.
No, and you know, these historians seek to justify it. This is evil. Your justification of that war in some type of grand political scheme is so stupid. You're just deluding yourselves. How many Habsburg archdukes have died? Well, all of them. How many of their deaths started wars? Well, one of them anyway. Why not all of them? Why didn't all Habsburg archdukes? By some, in this case, an anarchist or something? No, somebody benefited from this war, so they are more men to die because someone benefited. It wasn't those men. There was no grand political map. That's just an excuse. So some Habsburg twerp dies. So what? Men don't fight for governments, only fight for your community. That's it.
Yep. Oh, that's a closer right there.
Yeah, you know how it is. It was a heavy week, I stumbled across this, and it's a strategic launching into 2018 to see the strategy. Now they're playing the victim card again, but it's so transparent that they're not victims. No,
they're bullies.
They're bullies. They're no longer victims. They're bullies, but they're trying to play a victim card. And we see that they're noticing them, and there's no way that they can pull it back because they're silencing themselves. They won't stand up for what's right. They never have. They never will. They want the benefits. They don't want the responsibilities. Women who are woken up, they'll just go run into the bedroom and climb in, put a pillow rolled behind underneath a pillow or something. They won't stand up. So there's no way to change this system. And China's as prime ministers, vicious women playing men. So the strategy is first safety for men and boys. Get them off the drugs. Get them out of those schools. It's all just a vicious institutionalization. Vicious.
Well, there's a lot of evil in this world. Like I was watching some Project Veritas lately, and Planned Parenthood is just...
Oh, man.
Cutting those little babies with a beating heart and all that. It's abortion, pro-choice, pro-whatever. It's, if it doesn't hurt your human side, you're not human. I don't know. It was hard.
Yeah,
to
no.
see, but
it's not a good thing. You know, pro and anti isn't the question. The question is, why are we even talking about it? Why? It's for the humans who want to come into this world. You know, if God didn't do a miscarriage, why don't we invite that human in and make it good for that human into this community? That's the question. And you know, that they're taking these baby parts and putting it into vaccines and selling the baby parts and buying Lamborghinis. This is sickness.
Y'all niggas deviant.
Absolute sickness.
Y'all niggas deviant.
No, what's Pepsi done now?
Y'all niggas deviant.
Those baby, you know, abortion baby cell whatever for the flavor. You never heard that?
Oh yeah, maybe I did. Was it real? Is that true?
Yeah, they did for a while, but they stopped. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. It's cringy to think about it because I did drink some Pepsi. I'm like, oh, it's just wrong.
Where's Charlton Heston? Where's Charlton Heston when we need him? Soylent Green is humans.
Go your own
Yell it out.
way.
It was that the green.
Yeah, that was that green stuff.
There, what is it? The famous quote there. It's people you're eating.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
people, you know. Yeah, Soylent Green is people. In the movie Soylent Green, you know, it's a great line, and we've come to that point, you know, which is, you know, something I noticed with the, you know, I took a cover of the Unforgiven song by Metallica. You know, I wasn't quite aware the song was Metallica because it's thrash metal. When I put the song, exactly how men become MGTOW. You know, the two stanzas I put up, they precedes reality. This can sort of, and it's an epic song about an epic situation that now we very down from the very first time they step on this planet, and they're being told and indoctrinated into their own toxic masculinity, and that you know, this song did it in 1991 when it was not yet apparent. And Soylent Green did the same thing. We're eating our own, you know, babies. We're cannibals. The West is cannibalizing itself. This is evil. Evil. How can we participate in this evil? That's what Shining Light said. We cannot. You know, don't take the vaccines without looking at the ingredients. At a minimum, you've got to check out what's going on because they're hiding in plain sight.
I wish Savage was here because he loves to discuss that stuff.
Well, yes, a lot of men in MGTOW are awoken in many different areas. There are many different red pills, yes.
Absolutely.
And I swallowed a whole bunch, and I read the labels, and no, that's bad news. Anyway, take over for a minute, Bob and MH. I'll be back in a sec, okay? It's now the Bob Show.
Well, I'm just the news here. It seems to be all women doing a bunch of crime. Yeah, I got this woman from Chicago, daycare worker accused of burning 5 tots with hot glue gun. That's I don't know. Have you used a glue gun? That freaking thing's hot. Blah blah. She obviously. It's funny because we kind of touched that subject earlier. Hidden cameras show her burning 3 girls and 2 boys, so she doesn't discriminate. Obviously, all 2 years old, the babies. So imagine that the human that woman has. Even the face looks evil. And is a dad's girlfriend arrested for beating a 3-year-old girl to death. So she beat that 3-year-old girl to death, probably jealous because that friend was giving more attention to daughter, I guess. Holy crap, man. It's some crazy shit. I'm just glancing through this. What else? What's happening in UK Mail there? Mom charged and starving. Say that again? Say that again, MH? Well, I'm glancing the... well, I do still read newspapers.
Yeah.
I don't really watch TV.
Well, yeah, you may want to read it just to know what lies they're trying to feed you. But it's fake news. It's hard to say where you're going to get good, correct news. Go to the source. If you can, just go to the source and don't listen to anyone. If you can find the statistics or find, the story or see the video, the person talking, then you know what they said. And you can make your own judgment. But to let some editor tell you what to think is the worst thing. Think for yourself. Yeah.
Always think for yourself.
Germany's in a situation where it cannot form a stable government. They had an election with multiple parties hostile to each other, getting lots of votes each, and so there's no central large enough party to form with other parties that would form with it a government. So it's currently without a government. Belgium went 6 months or something without a government. This was about 6 years ago. So we see a fractioning of opinions within Europe and within America and Canada. We see a division. And I think MGTOW in this can go right up the middle. We don't care what political thoughts you have. MGTOW is concerned about the disposability of men. And all the political parties want to dispose of men. So MGTOW should just shoot right up the middle of all of this. And we don't have an opinion on any of this. So, gee. Anyway, the barbarians are at the gate. Yes, they are indeed, Soothsayer. They're at the gate and they're coming in. They're being invited in. Yeah. Man, oh man. Censoring hate speech. I don't know what hate speech is, and isn't it, truth, hate truth? That's it, hate truth. Germany isn't going to be Germany in another, 60 years. France is not going to be France. Canada is not going to be Canada. So is this hate speech? Maybe so.
It's sad that they were saying that U.S. the last 5 years the Islam population is growing about 100,000, and it's like increasingly after a year,
Yeah.
So it's like,
I
tell these women better embrace Sharia law. Well, in Canada, I see it here in about 50 years.
Yeah, and so if that's Christianity shot itself in the foot and Islam hasn't. Christianity has sort of a hierarchy, at least with the Catholics, but Islam has no hierarchy. So in this way, it protects against the disposability of men. Any man can go to the front of the mosque and lead the prayer. It doesn't have to be a priest. So there's some Protestants like that too. But this is it. The decentralization will win out in the long run, because that's sustained evolutionary sense where decentralization is sustainable, and MGTOW as a result, decentralized, is sustainable. It's a sustainable model. And although I'm being watched, you're being watched, And you know, if we slip up, then I'm disposable. You're disposable, MH, Free Happy Bob. We're all disposable. But right now, I think we're on message. We're strictly on message. It's protect the men and the boys from this system that wants to dispose of them.
Yeah, if MGTOW could bring you know, tell men to love, teach men to love themselves, because we know women in the system want us to hate ourselves, whatever. So if we could make men, you know what, just love yourself and trust yourself, maybe give a few men here.
I think there is, Bob. I think that's a great message. Yeah, men gotta trust themselves and love themselves first.
Yeah,
yeah. So this is maybe it's a guerrilla war in MGTOW Guide, a guerrilla war to have men love themselves, and in this I think we'll win because love will conquer, and I think men love in a unique and powerful way, and this will win out. And whatever's left, there will be men here able to lead their own lives, at least into the future, and take other men beside them. Anyway, I think we're going to end it here. We had a great discussion, and we working through some technical issues here with MH and his new channel. Visit his new channel, of course. Go to Free Happy Bob. And Savage MGTOW wasn't on here today, but he was in the chat. It's good to see. And again, you know, go MGTOW and think strategy for and make thoughts.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Well, for me, the trick with the low resolution really worked. I had no issues tonight at all.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah, we'll get these.
For people out there, maybe before they join, maybe put their volume at low resolution.
Yeah, that's a good plan, because we don't need the high visual resolution, because we're talking here. We're just talking. And thank you everyone in the chat, MGTOW Warrior as well. It's been great, and we'll see you again next week, same time, new strategy. Bye, all.
Yes, sir.
Broadcast has been successfully terminated. Yep, I'm here. Sure. Yep, I'm here. There we are.